Okay, so this is the pressure cell challenge in question 4A. Volume of a sphere is 36 pi centimeters cubed. Look up the volume of a sphere in your notes. Volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Then it equals 36 pi. Now, what happens on both sides is because both sides are being multiplied by pi, you can then take the pi out. Next thing after that is you're multiplying by the r cubed here by 4/3. So when you bring it over to the other side, you're technically dividing by 4/3. And when you divide by 4/3, so 36 divided by 4/3, 4/3, and what you get is 27. Now what you're left with is that r cubed equals 27. And r cubed equals 27 means what number, when you multiply it 3 times by itself, gives you 27. You use this calculator for putting here, it's called the cube root. Then you put it in here, shift, just put it in here, you press 27, and then you get a 3 as your answer. Okay, so you're going to get r equals 3. Now, 36 pi, right? And the next question, what we have is the cylinder. When the sphere is immersed in the cylinder of water, the level of water rises by 2.25 centimeters. Well, please remember that this here from part 1 is 36 pi. This means that the cylinder of water, this volume of the level of water that is raised is equal to the volume of the sphere. So, volume of water therefore equals 36 pi. The volume of water is in the shape of a cylinder. The pi's once again cancel on both sides. The radius of the cylinder we do not know. So the radius stays as r squared. The height h is 2.25, which you put over here. Now 2.25 multiplied by r squared equals 36. Therefore r squared equals 36 divided by 2.25. Okay, and when you do that, r 36 divided by 2.25, so you get 36 divided by 2.25, and what you get here is 16. So you find out that r squared equals 16. And if r squared equals 16, then r equals 4 centimeters. Okay, the one after that is part B, and what you have is the formula for a volume of a cone is 1/3 area at the base, which is pi r squared, times h. Basically the same formula as 1/3 pi r squared h, because the area of the circle is pi r squared. And remember, I have a circular base. Now the volume of cone A is 33 centimeters cubed. So the volume of this cone is 33 centimeters cubed. Its height is 9. So it's going to be 1/3 pi r squared 9 equals 33. Now 9 divided by 3 is 3, so it's going to be 3 pi r squared equals 33. Now you're multiplying r squared by 3 pi, when you bring it over the other side, you're dividing by 3 pi. So 33 divided by 3 pi. Once again, you might bring out your calculator to do this. So it's going to be 33 divided by 3 pi. And what you get here is 3.5. So, r squared equals 3.5. Now you have to find out what r is. So r is going to be the square root of that. So root, your answer and you get R equals 1.87. So, R equals 1.87 centimeters. Okay? Now, cone B is 12 tall, and the area of its base is the same as the area of the base of cone A. So I have to find the area of cone A. The area of cone A is, so remember the formula here. It says a third area of base multiplied by height, which is area of base. So this formula here. Okay? So that's, B has the same area as that of A. So let's find the area of base A. It's pi r squared, which is going to be pi multiplied by, and we see that r squared is 3.5. Okay? So now we know that the volume of cone B is going to be equal to a third multiplied by the area of the base, which is pi times 3.5, and then the height, which is going to be 12. Follow that into the calculator. And what we're going to get is, we're going to get 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and then it's going to be pi. Over 3 pi 3.5 multiplied by 12, and we get here is 14 pi, which is 43.98. So volume of B is 43.98 centimeters cubed. Okay, moving on. So, have next is the radius of the base of a cone and the radius of a sphere are each 6 centimeters in length. The volume of the cone equals to the volume of the sphere. Find the height of the cone. So, basically what we have here is our sphere, our cone, and our sphere. Okay, and both of them, we also have a cone. Okay, now both of them have 6 centimeters in length, and their volumes are the same. So 1/3. So the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. Volume of a cube is 4/3 pi r cubed. Volume of a sphere, sorry. So what we're going to get is 1/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by 6 squared multiplied by h, and that equals 4/3 pi multiplied by 6 cubed. Now look at both sides. They're both divided by 3, so we can cancel the 3's. They're both being multiplied by pi, so we can cancel the pi. So what we have on this side is going to be 6 squared multiplied by h. 6 squared is 36h. On this side we're going to have 6 cubed, which is 216. 216 multiplied by 4. So what we need to do is put in 216 multiplied by 4. And then we get 864. So 36h it ends up to be equal to 864. And now to finish off this, we've got to divide by 36. 864 divided by 36. And what do we get for that? Divided by 36. 24. Okay, so h equals 24. Okay, so 24 centimeters. Okay guys, moving on to the next question. The diagram below shows a solid rectangular block of metal 75 cm by 11 cm by 6 cm. It is melted down and recast into cylindrical rods of length 25 and radius of length 1 cm as shown. Calculate the number of complete rods that can be made from the block. So the long story short is basically the volume of the block. Volume of block equals volume of cylinders, okay, multiplied by the number of cylinders. Okay, calculate the number of complete rods. So it's going to be the number of rods, therefore is going to be equal to the volume of the block divided by the volume of one rod. Now the volume of the block is 75 by 11 by 6. So, any good here? 75 by 11 by 6. $4,950. 4,950. Volume of a rod is going to be a third pi r squared h, which is going to be third pi multiplied by 1 squared multiplied by 25. So once again, third pi r squared h. So pi r squared h. So it's going to be, what is it? What's r1 squared? Multiplied by 25. There you go. 25 over 3 pi, or 26.18, let's call it 26.18 when we round it up. Divided by 26.18. So, 495 all divided by 26.18. 26.18 equals, and then we're going to press this button. We're talking about 189 rods. Okay, so 189 rods there for that one. Okay, moving on. Question 6, okay? So in question 6, a cylindrical water tank has an internal diameter 20 and height of 50. Internal diameter means radius equals 20. And then the height is 50. Find the volume of the tank in terms of pi. The tank is in a cylindrical shape, which is pi r squared h. Pi multiplied by 20 squared multiplied by 50, and what we get there is going to be 400 multiplied by 50, let's say about 2000 pi. Let's check that out now. So what we get is pi multiplied by 40 squared, or say 20 squared, excuse me. 20 squared multiplied by 50. We get 20,000 pi. Okay, so that there's 20,000 pi. And 20,000 pi is the first answer. Find the volume of the mug. Well, the volume of the mug is the same thing, it's pi r squared h, so it's going to be pi times, once again the radius is 4 because it's half of a. Pi times 4 squared times 10. What we're going to get there is 160 pi. Now finally, how many mugs can be filled from the full tank? Well, that's 20,000 pi divided by 160 pi. So we're going to divide our 20,000 pi, which is already here, divided by 16 pi. What we're going to get is 1,250 mugs. Okay, moving on. Horse-driven trough is 2 meters long and has a cross section as shown alongside. How long will it take to fill the trough if water flows into it at a rate of 12 liters per minute? Give your answer to the nearest minute. Well, one thing you got to learn is that a litre is 1,000 centimeters cubed. That's what 1 litre is. So 12 litres ends up to be 1,200,000 centimeters cubed. This is in fact, the trough is basically half a cylinder. Okay? So if we get the volume of a cylinder and half it, we can figure out what the volume of the trough is. Okay? Now it's 2 meters long and 2 meters is 200 centimeters. So we're going to find out the volume of the cylinder and half it because it's half a cylinder. So it's going to be pi times the radius is going to be 20 because half of 40 times 200. So half 20 times 40. So it's going to be pi 20 squared 20 squared times 200. That equals 80,000 pi. So this 80,000 pi is the area of a full cylinder. We only have a half cylinder, so we're going to half that answer to get 40,000 pi. Now this 40,000 pi, what happens is it gets filled up at 20,000 centimeters cubed. So if we divide 40,000 by 12,000, we can find out how many minutes it takes. Okay? So 40,000 pi divided by 12,000 is what we're doing now. So 40,000 pi divided by 12,000. 40,000 pi divided by 12,000. And what we get is 10 minutes 10.47 minutes. 10.47 minutes rounds down to 10 minutes. Okay guys, that's the end of question 6 and the end of this video.